The real meaning of life is sad. And when I say the real meaning, what I mean is that everyone has different definitions of the meaning of life. Some people say it's happiness. Some people say there is no meaning. Some people say the meaning of life is to give life a meaning. And so there's all these different definitions. But there was one definition that felt the most real to me. And I stumbled across this definition when I was going through this philosopher's work. And his name was Blaise Pascal. So he's a French mathematician philosopher. He gave us a thought experiment that completely changed how I saw the meaning of life. And it was genuinely sadder than I thought. So I want to share this thought experiment with you. And I hope that this can change your life as well. So this philosopher, he says to imagine someone who tries to pass their boredom by gambling every day. So imagine this guy who gambles all day, all night, just because he's bored. Now, the philosopher says, if you give this man all the money he could have won on gambling, but he couldn't play anymore, would that make him happy or not? So this guy who gambles every day, let's say you give him all the money he could have won through gambling. Let's say it's $10 million. You give him $10 million, but he couldn't play the gambling game anymore. Would that make him happy? And the answer is no. So he actually will not be happy, even though he's got the outcome. But he got the outcome without the process. So the guy doesn't just want to win the money, he wants to play the game. And we can kind of see this through lottery winners as well. People who win the lottery aren't just magically happy for the rest of their lives. They still want the pursuit, they still want the chase. And they want to get the money with the sense of achievement that they've accomplished something. Okay, so then the philosopher says, okay. So what if we allow him to play the game, but he's guaranteed to lose money? So he can play the game as much times as he wants, but he can never win. Well, you're also going to make him upset and unhappy. So what exactly is the meaning of this guy's actions? Why is he gambling every day? And this is where the meaning of this guy's life comes in. So the meaning of his life consists of three things. First is having something that you want to achieve. So in this case, it's winning the money. But the second part is not having achieved it yet. So this guy has not actually won yet. And number three, and here's the kicker, but believing that achieving your goal would make you happy. So the fact that he thinks that if he wins this gambling game, that will make him happy. And so essentially the meaning of life boils down to three things. Having a goal that you want to achieve, but not actually having achieved it yet, but believing that achieving this goal will make you happy. And so when I first heard about this, I honestly just felt very sad, because this just applied to so many areas in my life. For example, with because as a university student, I used to be obsessed about getting good grades. That was my goal. So number one, having something that you want to achieve. I wanted good grades, but I couldn't achieve it. I hadn't achieved it yet, because at the time, I was, to be honest, I was just kind of dumb. So I didn't get the good grades I wanted to. But I believed that once I got good grades, that would make me happy. And the thing is, I ended up getting those good grades, which it didn't. But then guess what? Then I ended up with another pursuit. And then it was then it became fitness, then it became relationships, then it became work. And it just kept moving on. I just, as soon as I achieved one thing, then I wanted to achieve another thing that I thought would make me happy, but I couldn't achieve it. But I thought that if I did achieve it, it would make me happy. And so I'll keep pursuing that. But then once I did achieve it, then I'll end up back in square one. So, is that the meaning of life? Having something you want to achieve, not having achieved it yet, but believing that it will make you happy. And I was thinking about this recently. Maybe the meaning of life is just that struggle to achieve something that you think will make you happy, but something that you may never achieve. maybe the meaning of life is like that struggle, the path, the journey that you take, but the journey that never ends, technically. And so it kind of it just made me sad, because when I thought about it, I was like, so is life just one like big cyclical thing where we're just running in circles, constantly trying to like chase our tails, the tail of happiness, like a dog? And honestly, like, I don't have like a good answer for you. I'm keen to hear your thoughts in the comments. But if there's one takeaway that I got from this, it's that I should be focusing on things that genuinely make me happy. Things like focusing on my health, like exercising every day, eating like the best like healthy foods I can, spending time with my parents, my grandparents, before it's not possible, spending time with my friends. So I've realized there are certain things in my life where they're things that technically I have achieved. And I do believe that they will make me happy. Like, relationships, health, like things, all the things I've described. But it's almost like weird. Like, those things I almost ignore sometimes, I'm not grateful for. And it's one thing I have to like remind myself like every day, every week, to be grateful for these things, And maybe that is the meaning of life, to be able to find genuine joy in the things you already have. But yeah, the meaning of life can be sad. But I will say, like, right now, I see it as, yes, sad. But maybe the fact that it's sad is something to be happy about.